Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Hey guys, welcome back, welcome to my channel. So today's video is our January wrap up. We are back to our normal and I'm so happy. The first book that I read in January is Obsession of the Heart by Stanley. I did receive this as an ARC and I gave it a 4.75. I was hooked into this one. Like, I loved the characters, I loved their story. Like, it was so interesting how they all worked together and like their dynamics, and just all of it in general was really good. I loved the depth to their backstory and actually being able to experience that before we had like the present day, and we still had enough though that we were still left with a mystery. Like, we weren't ransacked by all of it, so which was really nice. Like, it was the perfect balance. I really felt for Leann because she had to put up with so much shit, and then as things were unraveling in present day as well, like, I'm not surprised she had the reaction she did, because like that was so overwhelming, and just it all in one hit was just, yeah, I feel so much for her. The Ambrose triplets, like, they physically look the exact same, like they are like identical, but I love the fact that their personalities are so different, and the fact that Leann is like the only person that is able to tell the difference between them three was just, it made me so happy to know that they just had that little thing that was them and that was theirs. I am so eager to read the next book. So it's only a duet. That both books are actually out. This is like a late ARC that I received via Book Sirens, and I'm so eager to read this next one and find out what happens, because it was left on such a hanger, and the writing, Stanley's writing was just so good, so good. So I definitely think I found another author that I'm gonna fall in love with. I will be checking out her backlist, and please do check your trigger warnings before you pick this one up. But yeah, we are off to a really good start for January. So I'm DNFing Loot by Tania James. I made it 36 pages. I just couldn't do it. There's so many languages being brought into this, and the writing and just little things that just weren't hitting for me, and I was trying, but I just didn't want to do it. And I'm not going to start out my year by forcing myself to pick up and continue reading books that just aren't doing it for me. So yeah, this one's unfortunately being DNF'd. And then I've read Little Women, which I listened to the audiobook for, which I gave a 3-star to. It was really nice to read this classic and get an insight into the like original writing. I've seen the movie, so when I say original, I mean like how the author really pictured it and stuff, which was really nice to see. And I've loved the characters and their individual stories, but how they also still affect each other and things like that. So I have enjoyed that. Also, the writing, that was what I wanted to say. The writing as well flowed so nicely compared to other classics that I've read, where it feels like quite thin, choppy, and like the writing and the wording is so old, for lack of a better word, old. This one felt very modernized and flowed very nicely and really easily. So yeah, I enjoyed that one too. So I finished Kulti last night and I gave it 5 stars. I love this book. I adored it. I love the characters, their story, their dynamics, the tension, and when it snapped, so good, so good. Like, I genuinely have just had the time of my life reading this book, and Kulti and his actions and his words, and like had me gasping. I've been smiling, I've been crying. I had so many emotions with this book. And Sal is just such a relatable, realistic character that, like, her thought process was like just so real and so perfect. And yeah, I've just thoroughly enjoyed this book, and I'm on a 5-star streak with Mariana Zapata, so fingers crossed it keeps going that way. And if you guys haven't checked her out, please go and do so. So I read Tempting Little Thief. I'm giving it a 3-star. It's not a bad book. I don't want to start off by saying that, but it's not for me. I was so confused. I cannot tell you what happened in this book at all. I can't tell you, because there were so many revelations, and this person's this and this person's that, and this person's a traitor and then this person's not, and then I don't know. I have no clue. Yeah. And the characters were frustrating me, and I just wanted to scream at them to grow up because of how they were reacting to like each other and situations. I was like, what the fuck? So I have no clue what's happening in this book, and I'm asking if you guys have, can someone please try and explain it to me, because I don't get it. This series is going to be going on hold for now. I doubt I'm going to pick up the rest of the books, but I also don't want to say never. So it's going on hold, but I can tell you for a fact, definitely not this year. Definitely not. So yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. And yeah, we shall see. Yeah, just let me know. So I got lucky enough to read a arc of Mourn by Ellie Marney, and I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that. That ending, there's no way she's finishing off that trilogy like that. Like, surely not. Because there's just got to be something else to come. Like, she can't do that to us. There's no way she could do that to us. And watching our main characters grow and their personal and professional development from the very beginning was just really, really nice to see. And I definitely think it got rounded off very nicely for them. And watching them just kind of find that kind of peaceful kind of zone for them, I think, considering everything that they've been through, I think was done really, really nicely. And I definitely, like, they put boundaries into place that very much worked for them, and like working together and the communication between it, like, it was done so well. For the story as a general, felt like I was on a roundabout and I was never going to get off at the right exit, because it just, the twists and the turns and everything that was happening, and I was like, huh? Like, I just never thought we were gonna get round to this conclusion at the end, and then that happened, and I was like, well, I'm still going. What? No way. And yeah, she did that to us. So that's where we're at for that one. I'm not okay. So I'm behind a bit on filming wrap-ups for you guys. So we're gonna film a few here while we're together. I did read a bunch of like bonus scenes and chapters, so they're here on the screen. So you guys can see those ones. I then read Flock, which was the January book club pick for the Wolfpack book club, which I gave a 4.5. I really enjoyed this one. I really loved it. I loved meeting the characters, and the story was intriguing. There is a little bit of insta love between two of our main characters, but it's not crazy. It's like literally the slightest bit, because there is still really good pacing before it all goes like straight in. I do think there is a lot more layers still to delve into with all the characters, but especially our main male characters. More specifically Dom, there is a lot more there to explore, which I think we're definitely going to dive into in the next couple of books, probably a lot in the next one, I imagine. But yeah, I feel like there's definitely a hell of a lot more in there for them and their little bit of a backstory. I'm definitely intrigued by the story. It's left us on a cliffhanger, which I'm eager to see where that's going to go. I think that's going to be really interesting because this new character's now come into play. So seeing how they are going to affect the story is going to be an interesting one. And yeah, it's definitely worth the read. I don't think I enjoyed it and I loved it, but I don't think I personally loved it as much as everyone else has loved it. But yeah, I'm intrigued still for the rest of the series, and the rest of the other books might bring my levels up a little bit. But yeah, we've done that one. I then read Wanted by, I've got the name here, Laxmi Hariharan. I've really butchered that. It's on the screen. I gave this a 2, and it's only a 2 because I finished it. It's 96 pages, so it's not long, but there were some scenes in there that like creeped me out, and I'm like, I don't see me picking up the rest of that series. Like, that is one that I can say for definite I will not be picking up. Like, I can't do the rest of that series. It's not happening at all. And then I read A Little Life. There is an entire reading vlog coming on the 14th of February for this book. It's going to be a spoiler one. That's a little insight for you, so I'm not going to talk about it here too much, but just know this was a 5-star read for me. And yeah, I'm still not okay from it, but that's okay, that's all right. So yeah, those are the books that I needed to wrap up. And yeah, I will catch you in the next clip. Hopefully that, you know, might keep up with it this time. We'll see. So I've read Fifth Avenue Fling by Rosa Lucas. I think you can just about see it. I'm giving this a 4.25. I've really enjoyed this one. It was really quick and easy to read. Like, for something that's over 400 pages, it was really quick and easy, and I really enjoyed it, and the characters and their story. Getting to see Clodagh build this like connection and relationship with Tegan, who's Killian's daughter, was really sweet. And Killian as well, he builds this confidence and strength with his daughter, relationship with his daughter as well, which is really interesting. And also seeing it also build with Clodagh and letting his walls down that little bit was also really sweet and really intriguing. So yeah, and I'm really glad that they got there happily ever after in the end, although there was quite a few time jumps at the end, so it did feel a little bit on the rush side, but otherwise I really enjoyed it, and I do recommend picking it up. So I will be checking out the other books in the series soon, and if Rosa Lucas writing is like that in all of them, where it's just so quick and easy to read and stuff, then I feel like I'm going to be picking up a lot more of her work. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that, and the banter in there as well. There was some good banter in there, so yeah, definitely recommended. So earlier today I finished listening to There's No Place Like Oz by Leann Belle. I got this as an advanced listener's copy. I can't speak clearly. Advanced listener's copy. This is technically the second book in the Vicious Wonders series, but they can all be read as standalones. So I know somebody's gonna be like, Sky, that's not a series. I know, but it's also technically a standalone, so you know, I feel like I can get away with this one. I really enjoyed this. I gave it a 4.25. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I loved the little homage to the original series book, but like it still had that own originality to give it like that edginess. Like the balance between plot and spice was done so well, and there is spice is spicing. So good. But yeah, so I listened to that, and there are still loads of twists and stuff coming at the end, and like characters that we've like heard of in a sense in the original, to kind of delve a little bit more into in this one. It was really good. I loved the bond that they all created, and their confidence and the developments between them all. And yeah, do you know what? This was a thoroughly enjoyable read. The book is out, it's just the audiobook is out now as well. Audiobook came out on the 9th of January. So it was all out. Kindle, I want to say physical, audio, so I recommend going and checking it out because it's so good. You guys know I've kind of fallen in love with Leann Belle since I started reading her Monsters of Grey's Academy series. I think it was the first ones I read of her books. So definitely recommended. Highly recommend checking it out. So I read an arc of Pounded by Produce by GM Ferry. I gave it a 4-star. This is a weird one, but it was so good at the same time. Like, it was such an easy read, and like it was just a good time book. Do you know what I mean? Like the spice is spicing, the plot was good, it was funny. Like I probably shouldn't have laughed as much as I did, but it was just such a good time, and I just enjoyed it. And Gem's Ferry's writing just flows really nicely and just really well, and it was just, yeah, I had a good time, and I think that's the main thing, is I had a good time. It was an interesting read. It's really short. It's like 163 pages, I think it was. So if you guys want like a really short, quick, spicy read, there you go. There's one for you. I recommend it. I really do. I think I forgot to film a wrap up for the Morrigan Slumbers by B. Wolf, but I did DNF this one. It was an arc. I couldn't get into it. The premise and the blurb and everything sounded so fantastic, and then I started reading it and it just wasn't hitting for me. To me, for their age, the main female character just was so immature, and the way she acted and spoke and everything. And then I knew it was a love triangle and like the two male main characters was a father and son, but the way it was written in the blurb like did not feel creepy, and then reading it was feeling creepy, so I unfortunately had to DNF this one. I just couldn't, like, and I'm really sad that I couldn't because it seemed really, really good. But yeah, I unfortunately had to DNF that one. So that is it for our January wrap up, guys. I was hoping to get one more book in, but it just didn't happen, and that's okay. But this month it worked out that I read 6 like bonus scenes and like chapters and stuff, 11 books, and I DNF'd 2 books, so 19 in total, but 17 I actually read and finished. And yes, I'm counting them because they show up on good Storygraph, so I put them down as read, so it counts. If Storygraph says it counts, so take it up with Storygraph. But yeah, bit of a slow month for me personally, but January was a very hectic month, but that is okay. So yeah, we are on to February now. Let's see how February goes, and yeah, let me know if you've read any of the books I've mentioned and wrapped up today, and your thoughts and feelings, or if they're now on your TBR, do let me know, and yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video. So don't forget to keep smiling, be kind, keep reading. Bye guys.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good